Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Thursday, April 27th, 2023. I'm going to try to be very quick here. NBA and Stanley Cup playoffs, Major League Baseball, soccer, golf, final mock, news and notes, and best bet. NBA playoffs will be first. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to tonight's game. Knicks over the Cavs 106-95 as they advance. Grizzlies over the Lakers 116-99 as they force a Game 6. Heat over the Bucks 128-126 in overtime as they pull off one of the bigger series upsets we've seen in a long time. And the Warriors over the Kings 123-116 to take a 3-2 series lead. One game tonight, 8:30 TNT. It's Boston, Atlanta. The Hawks facing elimination at home. Celtics win. They move on to face the Sixers. Hawks win Game 7 on Saturday in Boston, which the Celtics still want. My projection is Celtics 4.5 total 232 and 1920, and it's 7 and 232. I'm going to take Atlanta getting the points. I don't think Atlanta wins outright. I just think that the Celtics win a close one. All right, Stanley Cup playoffs. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to tonight's games. Panthers over the Bruins 4-3 in overtime. The force of Game 6. Matt Tkachuk scores the winner, and the Kraken over the Avs 3-2 to take a 3-2 series lead. 3 games tonight, 7 o'clock TBS. You have the Lightning and the Maple Leafs. Leafs can close out the Lightning here with the win. Leafs are minus 156. The Lightning are plus 130. Over under 6.5. Minus Society Troy. Bolts plus 1.5 is minus 192. Leafs minus 1.5 is plus 158. I'm going to go with the over. I feel like the over is gone in every series. Or big game this series. 7:30 ESPN 2 Rangers Devils. Game 5. 2-2 series. Devils are minus 120. Rangers are even money over under 5.5. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 120. Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 60. Devils minus 1.5 is plus 210. I'm taking the Rangers on even money as they'll go up 3-2 in the series. And the road teams continue to win. 10 o'clock ESPN 2 Jets Golden Knights. Vegas leads 3-1. Vegas can close out with a win. They're minus 194. Jets are plus 152. Over under 5.5. Overs minus 122. Unders even money. Jets plus 1.5 is minus 70. Vegas minus 1.5 is plus 140. I think Winnipeg can force a Game 6, but the loss of Josh Morrissey is huge. So for this one, I'm going to go under 5.5 goals at even money. All right, now we'll move out to Major League Baseball. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to today's games. Reds over the Rangers 5-3. O's over the Red Sox 6-2. Jays over the White Sox 8-0. Yankees over the Twins 12-6. Guardians over Rockies 4-1. Brewers over the Tigers 6-2. D-backs over the Royals 2-0. Pirates over the Dodgers 8-1. Astros over the Rays 1-0. Phils over the Mariners 6-5. Nats over the Mets 4-1. Yikes. Braves over the Marlins 6-4. Best bet loses again. Padres over the Cubs 5-3. Angels over the A's 11-3. Giants over the Cardinals 7-3. All right, today's games, 12 o'clock you have the Marlins and the Braves, so 12:20, Braxton Garrett, Kyle Wright. Braves minus 198, Marlins plus 166, over under 8.5, overs minus 108, unders minus 112. Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 132, Braves minus 1.5 is plus 102. Braxton Garrett's been good this year. I'm going to take the Marlins straight up at plus 166. 12:30, Dodgers, Pirates. Julio Urias and Mitch Keller. Dodgers minus 166, Pirates plus 140, over under 8, overs even money, unders minus 122. Dodgers minus 1.5 is minus 22. Pittsburgh plus 1.5 is minus 118. Like the pitching matchup a lot. I'm going to go under 3 Pirates runs at plus 102. Mariners, Phillies, I almost said Marlins. George Kirby, Matt Strahm. Pick 'em, minus 1 over under 8 overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Mariners minus 1.5 is plus 160. Phillies plus 1.5 is minus 194. Matt Strahm's pitching brilliantly this year. I'm going to take the Phillies and a pick 'em minus 108. And they get back to 500 on the year. 220, Padres, Cubs. Seth Lugo, Hayden Wisniewski. Padres minus 134, Cubs plus 114, over under 8.5. Overs minus 118, unders minus 104. Padres minus 1.5 is plus 118. Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 142. I'm going to take the Cubs straight up plus 114. Cardinals, Giants, 345. Miles Mikolas, Logan Webb. Giants minus 148. Cards plus 136. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 1 8. Unders minus 112. Cards plus 1.5 is minus 162. Giants minus 1.5 is plus 134. I like the over. 4 o'clock, Angels A's from Anaheim. JP Sears and Shohei Ohtani. Angels are a 3-1 favorite. Oakland's plus 245. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 1 8. Unders minus 112. Oakland plus 1.5 is plus 112. Angels minus 1.5 is minus 134. Full game under is the pick. O's Tigers 630. Kyle Gibson, Joey Wentz. Orioles minus 146. Tigers plus 124. Over under 8. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. O's minus 1.5 is plus 116. Tigers plus 1.5 is minus 140. I like full game over. 7 o'clock, you have the Rays at the White Sox. Shane McClanahan, Dylan Cease. Rays minus 150. White Sox plus 130. Over under 7. Overs minus 132. Unders even money. Rays minus 1.5 is plus 112. White Sox plus 1.5 is minus 134. Oof. I'm going to go with under 3 White Sox runs minus 110. Nats Mets. Trevor Williams, Joey Lucchesi. Mets minus 240. Nats plus 198. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 106. Unders minus 114. Nats plus 1.5 is minus 104. Mets minus 1.5 is minus 115. Mets are in trouble a little bit. It's a brutal 2 games. Full game under is going to be the pick. Royals Twins at 730. Zach Greinke, Tyler Mahle. Twins minus 190. Royals plus 160. Over under 8. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. Royals plus 1.5 is minus 126. Twins minus 1.5 is plus 105. I'm going to go full game over. And last but not least, 8 o'clock, Yankees, Rangers, Garrett Cole, and Andrew Heaney. Yanks minus 170 or 168. Rangers plus 142. Over under 7.5. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Yankees minus 1.5 is plus 102. Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 122. So I'm going to say full game over 7.5 at minus 115 is going to be the pick. All right, soccer. We have a lot of soccer to get into. A lot of results from yesterday that were very interesting. We'll start with the CONCACAF. The CONCACAF Champion League. Which very, very interesting from yesterday. Philadelphia and LAFC 1-1 draw. Union almost had it. It was kind of reminiscent of how this series in MLS history has been. And it kind of felt like I was watching the final from last year, except in Philly or Chester, Pennsylvania, rather than LA. English Premier League from yesterday, Nottingham Forest over Brighton 3-1, Brentford over Chelsea 2-0, Liverpool over West Ham 2-1, Man City over Arsenal 4-1. 3 games today, 2:45, Everton, Newcastle, Southampton, Bournemouth, Tottenham, Man United at 3:15. We're not going to do betting for soccer today because we don't have a lot of time. English League Championship, yesterday, Sheffield United over West Brom 2-0. And then today at 3 o'clock, you have Rotherham and Cardiff at 3 o'clock. La Liga from yesterday, Atletico over Mallorca 3-1, Almeria over Getafe 2-1, Celta Vigo over Elche 1-0, Real over Barcelona 2-1. And then today, 1:30, Valencia and Valladolid, Villarreal and Espanyol, and 4 o'clock, Athletic and Sevilla. Coppa Italia. Yesterday, Inter Milan over Juventus 1-0, and they advanced 2-1 on aggregate. And at 3 o'clock today, Fiorentina and Cremonese. Fiorentina leads 2-0 on aggregate. And then UEFA Women's today, 12:45, you have Barcelona and Chelsea. All right, now I'll move on to golf. We do have an early leaderboard at the Mexico Championship. Your leader right now with 1 or 2 under, Stephon Yeager, tied for second with 1 under. Martin Laird, Taylor Pendrith, Sungwoo Kim, Robbie Shelton, and Sunghoon Kang. Tied for 7th and even. Just go through notables at this point. DJ Tran, Jonas Blix, Grayson Murray, Harry Higgs, John Rahm. Tied for 16th at 1 over. Peter Malnati, Eric Cole, Grayson Chalmers. Tied for 19th with 2 over. Doug Ginn, Kevin Stradler, and Hank Lebioda. All right, now I'm going to do my final NFL mock draft of the year. It's always a sad day. My favorite draft every year is the NFL draft because it's always the most fun. So here's my final edition. Number 1, the Carolina Panthers from the Chicago Bears. Bryce Young, quarterback, Alabama. No brainer. Don't buy the Reddit crap. It's going to be Bryce Young. Jay Glazer's always right, and he thinks it's Bryce Young. Number 2, Houston Texans. Tyree Wilson, edge, Texas Tech. I think it's insane that they're not taking a quarterback here. If you don't take a quarterback, just trade down. Trayvon Walker comps in terms of his fast rise. Very athletic player. Number 3, Arizona Cardinals. Will Anderson, edge, Alabama. Cardinals got to be careful because if you pass up on the best player in the draft, you're out of your mind. But if it's like a Godfather offer you can't resist, then it's okay. But I love Will Anderson. I think he's amazing. Number 4, Indianapolis Colts. Will Levis, quarterback, Kentucky. When there's smoke, there's fire, and there's a lot of smoke around Levis to the Colts, and they're pumped for him. Number 5, the Seattle. Jalen Carter, defensive tackle, Georgia. He's a minus favorite to be picked in this spot, which is insane. One of the best 3 players in the draft, arguably. Number 6, the Detroit Lions from the Los Angeles Rams. Devin Witherspoon, cornerback, Illinois. This feels like a foregone conclusion in a way as well. They've needed the position, but there's questions about his frame. 7, the Las Vegas Raiders. Christian Gonzalez, cornerback, Oregon. I think the Raiders should go defense despite rumors about them moving up for a quarterback. Gonzalez is a ball hawk, and he does have great size and speed. Number 8, the Atlanta Falcons. Bijan Robinson, running back, Texas. I think this is absolutely bonkers if the Falcons take Bijan here. There's other needs on this team. They don't need a running back that bad. My goodness. But Robinson, I think, is the best first-round running back since Saquon Barkley, and he's a game changer. Number 9, the Chicago Bears from the Carolina Panthers. Paris Johnson Jr., offensive tackle, Ohio State. The Bears did a great job getting that big haul that they did from the Panthers. Paris Johnson, I think, would be an excellent pick. He's versatile. He can start immediately. 10, the Philadelphia Eagles from the New Orleans Saints. Nolan Smith, edge, Georgia. The Eagles can go anywhere with the selection, and Smith makes sense. They have a long-term name on the edge, and Smith is taught out to be the best pure pass rusher of the class, but he's not as well-rounded as Will Anderson. 11, the Tennessee Titans. C.J. Stroud, quarterback, Ohio State. No, I don't see Stroud falling this far, but there's a lot of smoke about the Titans moving up for a quarterback. It's crazy to think that Stroud is not going second, most likely. He excels from the pocket and has great accuracy. 12, the Houston Texans from the Cleveland Browns. Anthony Richardson, quarterback, Florida. Sometimes we see a team need pick and a player and a team not a lot of people are thinking of. This could be it. Richardson has a very high variance, boom or bust, but he intrigues a lot of teams because of his raw potential. 13, the Green Bay Packers from the New York Jets. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, wide receiver, Ohio State. It'd be funny if the Packers took a wide receiver in the first round after Aaron Rodgers is gone, right? Well, the Packers need young talent. Smith and Jigba is thought out to be a better prospect than former teammates Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave were. 14, the New England Patriots. Lucas Van Ness, edge, Iowa. The Pats have needs all over the roster. Could go anywhere. Van Ness did not start in college, but has excellent technique and a high ceiling. 15, the New York Jets from the Green Bay Packers. Peter Skoronski, offensive tackle, guard, Northwestern. Now that Aaron Rodgers is officially a Jet, the team must go and get him some protection. Skoronski is versatile and could start for the Jets right away. 16, the Washington Commanders. Darnell Wright, offensive tackle, Tennessee. The Commanders going with the lineman makes a lot of sense since it's a long-term need. Wright had a great season in college and stood out in the Pro Bowl and excels at pass blocking on either side. 17, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Broderick Jones, offensive tackle, Georgia. The Steelers get a gift here with Jones falling to them. Jones was successful against SEC defenses in college and is super athletic. 18, the Detroit Lions. Kalijah Kancey, defensive tackle, Pitt. It'd be fun if this is where Bijan lands, but Kancey will fill a big need for the Lions and their interior of their pass rush. Kancey doesn't have the typical size, but he has blazing speed. 19, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Anton Harrison, offensive tackle, Oklahoma. The Bucs are now suddenly rebuilding as well, and they need young talent at key positions. Harrison is good at protecting the run and could get better in pass protection. 20, the Seattle Seahawks. Myles Murphy, edge, Clemson. This would be a great pick for the Seahawks, who can use some more edge rushers. Murphy was dealing with a hamstring injury, which may have teams concerned, but has the size and speed to be an impactful pass rusher. 21, the Los Angeles Chargers. Michael Mayer, tight end, Notre Dame. It feels pretty obvious that the Chargers will take a skilled offensive player here of some sort. Mayer will come in and change this offense with his ability to block the run, and he has great hands. 22, the Baltimore Ravens. Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback, Mississippi State. The Ravens pass on a receiver and take another need in cornerback. Forbes is excellent in coverage and super fast, which bodes well for a team that has to defend good offenses in its own division. 23, the Minnesota Vikings. Deontay Banks, cornerback, Maryland. The Vikings go with an important need pick here with Banks, and they need help all over their defense. Banks put together a really good year in college, and his physicality can match NFL receivers. 24, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Joey Porter Jr., cornerback, Penn State. This would be a huge steal for the Jags if Porter were to fall this far. He gets very handsy, which can concern some teams. 25, the New York Football Giants. Jordan Addison, wide receiver, USC. Jordan Addison's a stud. I think there's a world the Giants trade up for him. They need a wide receiver, and Daniel Jones wants to prove that he's worth the money. 26, the Dallas Cowboys. Will McDonald, the fourth edge, Iowa State. This has been the hot mock pick of late. McDonald to Dallas. They can use somebody to go alongside DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons. 28, the Cincinnati Bengals. Mozzie Smith, defensive tackle, Michigan. The Bengals can use some youth in the interior of their defense. Mozzie Smith's a guy whose stock is pointing up. 29, the New Orleans Saints. Brian Brees, defensive tackle, Clemson. The Saints badly need pass rush help. Brees is a boomer bust prospect as well. Rough couple years on and off the field, but has potential. 30, the Philadelphia Eagles this wasn't the trade. New Orleans was the trade from San Francisco via Denver and Miami. But Philadelphia, Jahmyr Gibbs, running back, Alabama. Gibbs, Eagles is a very popular mock pick right now. This just feels like an Eagle. Jahmyr Gibbs just feels like an Eagle. And I think that he'd be a great addition to Jalen Hurts in that offense. And 31, the Kansas City Chiefs. Jalen Hyatt, wide receiver, Tennessee. Maybe the Chiefs trade up for somebody. Maybe they don't. But Hyatt would be a good fit in that offense with his ability to stretch the field. All right, so there you have it for my final 2023 NFL mock draft. Now I'm going to go into the news and notes for today. We'll start with the NFL draft. Jahmyr Gibbs linked to the Eagles, Giants, Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals. I saw a mock draft to have the Giants taking him at 25. That would be just a horrible pick. Jahmyr Gibbs to me is a second-round pick. And it's insane that he might go in the first round. Green Bay may trade down and draft one of the tight ends, Michael Mayer or Dalton Kincaid. Interest is real for the Eagles to pick Bijan at number 10. And other teams in that range also interested. Levis downplays the Reddit rumor. Don't believe everything you read. After rumor claimed Levis said he'd go number 1. Stroud downplays the test scores. I'm not a test taker. I play football. Texans may trade the 12th pick as they've made calls exploring the idea of moving their pick. Anybody remember when Aaron Rodgers told Adam Schefter to lose his number? A reporter said to Aaron Rodgers, "What's the best number to reach you at?" And then Aaron Rodgers says, "Ask Adam Schefter." Schefter goes, "Lost that number." That is so funny. So the Packers made a thank you post for Aaron Rodgers. Smith and Jigba is on the Jets' radar. That'd be a crazy situation if they took him. Chase Young, 5th-year option declined. Who would have thunk that? And everybody thought he was going to be a stud. The Knicks lost Julius Randle in that Game 5 win due to a sprained ankle. And it was the same ankle that he bothered a few weeks ago. De'Aaron Fox may not need surgery. That's good news for the Kings. CJ McCollum had a procedure to repair the torn ACL in his thumb, but won't need surgery. So that's good. Anthony Edwards allegedly threw a chair that hit 2 employees following the loss against Denver. Yikes. The new CBA is official, as the Board of Governors and the NBA Players Association have ratified the 7-year agreement that will run through the 29-30 season, so that's good news. The fine for players making trade requests public increased from $50,000 to $150,000 under the new CBA. Josh Hart clowns Brunson post-game, calls him overrated, overpaid, then annoys him by eating wings. So obviously he's joking around. Giannis goes off on a reporter as after he was asked if the season was a failure after all state. Yeah, no shit, your season was a failure. You're going to be looked upon as one of the biggest jokes of the season for losing that series to the Heat. You're going to be looked upon like the Spurs in 2010-11. Great regular season team that lost. I mean, they did lose partially because Giannis was hurt for a game and a half. But if Giannis was healthy, maybe this goes 6. Maybe Milwaukee wins. Who knows? But absolutely their season was a failure, in my opinion. Jimmy Butler was trolling the Milwaukee crowd, which was fun. Trae Young embraces the explicit language from Boston fans, the F. Trae Young chants. He says it's a sign of total respect. Colorado transfers call out Deion Sanders. One player tweets Deion wouldn't give him practice film to show potential new programs. Zachary Courtney goes, for the coaches who are trying to recruit me, I'm sorry, but I will not be able to get y'all my film for my practices last season since I am not allowed to have it because the head coach at CU won't allow it. This is very unlucky, and if you have any questions, just text me. Wow. That's wild. Bad news for the Mariners. Robbie Ray out for the year, as he will undergo surgery to repair flexor tendon. That's a brutal loss for the Seattle Mariners. Brutal. And then Drew Maggi, the player on the Pirates that spent 13 seasons in the minors, his first pro at bat didn't go as planned as he had a clock violation. Yikes. That is just really sad. All right, last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. Again, I apologize for the short show. I know tomorrow will be super long because it's a Monster Friday show, and then we'll do all the postmortems for the eliminated teams in hockey and basketball. So, my best bet of the day, I'm going to lay a quarter unit on it. And the pick is going to be I really like a couple of these overs in baseball. I'm undecided whether to go with the Cards-Giants or the Orioles-Tigers over. I think the Orioles low-key can go over by themselves. I mean, worst case scenario is a 5-3 push. So I'm going to go over 8. A quarter unit between the Orioles and the Tigers for my best bet of the day. All right, that's it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping the draft a little bit and all the playoffs and stuff. So I might do 2 shows tomorrow. First round recap and then the regular show with everything. And maybe we'll try to get the reality TV in there as well. Hope you guys have a great day, everybody, and happy draft day.